My name is Amitabh Dawn. I'm the Senior Vice President of Supply Chain and Procurement for Dawn Foods. And my job really is all about making sure that we build end-to-end supply chain solutions that are scalable, efficient, and meets the needs of our customers. Dawn Foods, a 105-year company, has been around for a very long time, both as a manufacturer of goods as well as distributor of goods. It's mostly in specialty baked goods. We provide dry mixes, fillings, icings, and glazes that we manufacture, but we also sell accessorial products such as fats and oils, sugar, flour, etc., to meet the needs of our bakers. And we ultimately distribute to about 15,000 customers each and every single day. We have close to 300 tractor-trailer equipment, some of them smaller in format, that is either based in 21 distribution centers or domicile locations to be able to reach our customers. The biggest challenges were always around fragmentation. Each building, each driver partner that we were working with, our team members, there were different ways of getting to the same outcome, but those different ways were not consistent across 21 distribution centers.
My name is Tiffany Honeycutt, and I'm the North American Supply Chain and Procurement Project Manager, and I am within our Strategy and Center of Excellence team at Dawn Foods. So we were trying to fix inconsistencies and complexity. So planning, visibility, and daily changes, they weren't really as connected as they needed to be, and we essentially wanted a more streamlined, data-driven way to operate our business.
My name's Philip Pettin. I work here at our Phoenix distribution facility, and I oversee day-to-day operations here. Before Descartes, we had all these variables to manage, but we didn't have the visibility that we have with Descartes, and we certainly didn't have the flexibility in terms of reacting to whatever variable came up and still getting the route process so that we could capture the data that we need for our metrics reporting.
Each route planner in the past had to do everything manually, and any change was not based on facts.
So it was scattered information, different sites doing different things different ways, and it really led to some inconsistency and limited visibility during the day.
It's really important, especially when you run a network that's close to 800 team members that support the supply chain and procurement organization. Having the same playbook, it sounds easy, it's not that easy, right? Descartes becomes our playbook. It makes us more consistent.
We're currently using Green Mile and On Demand to improve our routing and our daily execution, and the goal was to essentially simplify our processes, reduce manual work, and give our teams better visibility with the tools that are easy to use.
When we come into work, when we look at the screen first thing in the morning, we know exactly how to operate that day. We know that our team members will follow the same exact concise approach, concise standard that we follow in the field, and you're able to replicate that across 21 buildings, close to 300 pieces of equipment, team members that drive those trucks, 800 team members that are in the greater organization. So all of that is scalability, repeatability, making sure that we have the best customer service in mind when we serve our customers. When something is visible, accountability follows right away, because you don't have a question about who actually owns a particular metric. It's visible, you assign an owner to it, you track the performance, and you give feedback. But when things are not visible, so in the case that we don't have a routing software, for example, like Descartes in front of us, owners are not very clear. People are not always accountable. Pointing fingers sometimes, and Descartes really helps us remove that overall uncertainty, and team could really be focused on results instead of pointing fingers as to who owns the task. So it is very helpful for that.
The most important thing was really making sure the solution worked for the people that were using it every day. So this really meant understanding the operational reality at the local site level, building the night processes around the technology, and just really making sure the rollout was practical, not just technically complete, which is the biggest piece of this. We also wanted to get cross-functional alignment right early. So routing touches operations, our warehouse team, our drivers, and leadership. And Descartes was a great partner in really helping us bridge the system with the operational needs. So once people started to see how it made their work easier and more effective, it really started to click, and the value of the actual program continued to succeed.
We're using Descartes technology today in the Phoenix operation, really just to improve, customer service and operational efficiency. That's something that we obviously, as any company, we want to do, but Descartes has helped us really do that in a much more efficient and a much more visible way to react to issues and get them resolved before they become large issues.
I think the biggest turning point for the team to really see the value was when they started to see how the tools actually supported some of our better day-to-day execution. So it wasn't just the planning, it was experiencing fewer workarounds, better visibility, smoother coordination across all of the teams and functions, and that became the value of, hey, this is real, it's happening, we're doing things the way that we're supposed to, this is working. So almost like through that change curve of this works. And it really shifted into more of from a new system and a tool into, hey, this is a better way of working and our new way of working at Dawn.
The way that we ultimately distribute the product to our customers is very near and dear to our hearts. It includes labor, it includes fuel, it includes equipment. So if we're more efficient about the way that we go to market through the utilization of the Descartes software, it ultimately makes us a better company, especially when there's cost inflation and other factors. We are able to ultimately become more efficient despite the challenges in the marketplace. We want to get to a national rollout, which we are at the cusp of. 2026 is the year that we're going to be able to achieve that. And some of the first-time adopters are also coming up on their maintenance cycles, where we actually take a look at our routes again after a certain period of time. So exciting in the fact that we are able to integrate Descartes into our day-to-day business, but then also make sure that our long-term planning is also reflected in Descartes as well. So it's not just a short-term tool that we're utilizing Descartes for, it's also a mid to long-term strategic tool that we are choosing to implement.
One of the things that I'm most proud of is that we didn't just implement tools. So we really helped create a more connected and scalable way of working and streamlined our processes within routing. And seeing the teams adopt the technology and build the confidence throughout the whole process of this implementation to improve the daily execution has been the most rewarding piece of this, because you see strategy turned into something meaningful to actual on-the-ground operations that's scalable for our customers and for our business.
We want to service our customers, we want to be the best for our customers, and Descartes allowed us to service them the way they need to be serviced, the way they want to be serviced. So we want to adhere to their time windows, we want to make sure that we're running routes efficiently, that we're getting to them when they need them with what they need them, and Descartes helps us immeasurably with doing that.
We've become more connected across our 21 distribution centers, more standardized, more consistent in the product that we actually serve our customers with. And I'm really proud of that. That was going to take us years to execute, and we were able to shorten that time to months. And that is a great achievement for Team Dawn.